G'day everyone, thanks for tuning in again. So we're now 5 weeks out from a target run, so Canberra Marathon, start of April. Have to say this week's been a pretty good week. Pretty happy how it's gone. All up it's been a 58k week. So kicked it off with Monday doing a tempo run again. So it was basically 3k's on, 3k's off. I think all up was about 6.5, 7k or something, but you know, my main thing was to make sure I get those 3k's in where I do push my speed, just trying to build up my endurance for holding a higher pace, and then come marathon day, hopefully cruise at my slower pace and be able to clear the lactic out of the muscles and stuff. But yeah, so that went really well. 3k's where I held about the 5:10ish per k, and then I backed off and started to get the hang of dropping back to that 5:35ish per k, which is pretty close to my marathon goal speed. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it pays off when it comes to the run. Also too, so Tuesday and Thursday I did my 60 minutes. So as I was talking the other week, instead of now doing a 10k run, I'm just doing a 60-minute run. That turns out to be just a touch over 11k's, somewhere around that sort of high 5:20 to 5:30 per k. Again, they're going really well, and they tie in with when I run from work, so it's through the hills and stuff, and just sort of gives the legs a bit of work. So that's been really good and seems to be working for me. You know, I know it's only like an extra k and a half or so that I'm running, but I figure everything I'm running has to be helping somehow. Friday I did a 60 minutes again, but that was just a cruisy 60 minutes with the dog. I think maybe just shy of 11k that one. That's just around home and just lightly stretching the legs. So, and then on Saturday, popped down to park run Saturday morning. So they're normal run 5k. I think I ran that touch over 5-minute k's, maybe 5:05, 5:10, something like that. So a nice good speed. Ran that. I think it was all up maybe like a 25, 30, somewhere around there. Didn't really check it, but it's somewhere around that area. So nice, happy pace for me, not pushing it too hard, so I wasn't wrecked at the end. And then after I finished park run, I actually went for another 5k run after it, just around the park that the park runners actually ran at. Went off for a run around the park there, just to stretch the legs. So the last few weeks I've been doing my long run on a Saturday on the back of park run, because I wanted to do the Mt Warrenheip run on Sunday. I decided I wouldn't do the long run on Saturday, but did still do 10k's, 10.5k's I think it was all up. So the 5k's for the park run, and then another 5.5ish or so after it, just to push it out and stretch the legs, and I was feeling good, so thought I'd go for a bit of a run. And then, as mentioned last week and a bit earlier, on Sunday went out to Warrenheip, a little town just outside of Ballarat. Did their Mountain of Fun run, where you run up Mt Warrenheip. Actually a good little community run. It was quite a small group, maybe 200 people actually took the mountain on. So me and one of my mates went out there. He's a lot quicker than me, so he passed me coming down the mountain when I was going up it. But you know, that's how it goes. But the run itself is really good. It's mostly a lot of uphill work, mostly sort of through some farm area where undulating, a lot of climb work in it. But yeah, it's just sort of on and off hills all the way, sort of about the 5-6k mark you get to one spot where it looks like you're actually starting to run up the hill, because there's a nice little climb there, and then it goes back down to the base, and then you have to turn around and go back up again. So it's a bit disappointing when you get to the top thinking you're starting, then see you going back down a hill. So yeah, it's a pretty good run. Going up the mountain, have to admit, it most definitely beat me. I think I got about, I don't know, a quarter of the way up the mountain or so before I had to give up. The legs were starting to sort of get a bit too burnt. And then from then on it was, you know, run a little bit, walk a little bit, run a little bit until you get to the top. I have the footage of that going while I'm talking anyway. But no, I really enjoyed the run. Work out that I do need to practice a lot going up the hills. Need a little bit more endurance to be able to push up that hill, see it out the whole way up. And the other thing I learned is when you reach the top, you turn around and come back down. It was about 4k's of just downhill. So you get to do some really nice Ks where you get some nice times, but at the same time you get that sort of constant jarring on your legs because I don't have great downhill running form. I've got to work on that. So yeah, by the time you get to the finish line, you sort of go through across the oval and on the finish, quads are just shot. You've taken so much of a pounding. So even though you get to do some real nice times, and say you did, I think I did like a 4:45k or something, which is normally me sprinting, to be able to get to the bottom and have that, and but just yeah, the sort of pressure of the calves and quads, or mostly your quads, I think, have taken. It really did take its toll. So a little bit tight the next day when I went to go for a run, so that was a bit slow, but yeah, no, a really enjoyable run. Good to do that, and also good just to support the local community. I think it was raising money for the local school there. Yes, I mean, next week it's going to be much the same thing. Still be doing my tempo work, K on, K off, and my 60-minute runs up around the hills through work. I'm starting though to get mindful that I've only really done a 24-ish K run that felt good since my ultra, and I really should be starting to knock out high 20s and 30k runs now, especially given I'm so close to my target run. And I really need to be able to run one of those and feel good, so just to have a bit of confidence going into Canberra. So my main aim for this week is to get that 30-ish K run completed. So hopefully finish that feeling good, and sort of help build that confidence up just for those long distance runs, knowing that I want to be running harder and further than what I'm running at the moment, and have the confidence in myself to be able to do that come the day of the run. So that's my main goal for this week, is just make sure that my, I think it'll be Sunday long run, does actually feel like a success to me. So hopefully that goes well. We'll see how we go. But yeah, definitely need to get that one under the belt, so start getting some good feeling about running on again. And like my runs this week did feel good, so hopefully that continues as well. Okay, so that will do for this week. Hopefully being able to hear me over the wind. A little bit breezy here at the moment. But as normal, if you've got any questions, drop them below and I'll get an answer them as quick as possible. Thanks for watching. Hopefully your training is going along really well and working towards whatever goal it is that you're working towards. And I'll catch you all next week. See ya.